Miss Carol. Just getting things set up here. Hello, Miss Michelle. Hello, everybody. Just getting things set up here. All right. We're going to have a quick minute here to talk about the online exclusives. I've had a ton of questions about what's going on and what Stampin' Up! Is doing and what this means, and just a ton of questions. So I thought that I would just, at the first of this video, quickly go over what online exclusives are and that they're not something to be worried about or scared about or whatever. It's just a new selling platform that Stampin' Up! Are testing. Now, I sent this flyer out to all my girls, and there's a QR code on here. If you scan that QR code with your phone or your iPad, it will take you right to the online exclusives on the website. Now, this online exclusive is not really a promotion, it's just a selling platform. It gives Stampin' Up! The ability to add and remove items quickly because they're not in any publication. Publications are printed months in advance, so they can add products, and when they're sold out, they can remove them quickly. Okay? All online exclusives are while supplies last. Now, that's not saying that if they sell out, that they're not going to get any more. That may be the case, but it may not. Take into consideration this. This first flyer was the Hello Irresistible collection. It sold out in one day. They have none of the loose frosted dots. They're not coming back till May 1st. Because they have none of those, the entire suite is not available. Right now, the bundle is available, but that is in low inventory, and that was as of this afternoon. Okay? So if you go to the website right now, you will see it'll say right on it, not available at this time. They haven't removed it because they have more of these dots coming, which will make these things available. Basically, they're trying to drive you to the website, take a little bit of fear away from you that the internet is a scary place, so that you can actually go on there, you can browse, you can look, you can see what's there. There's no, like I said, there's no publication. I have made a flyer for my girls that will be going out in your bags this week. But I still encourage you to go to the website. Go to shop products and then online exclusives. And you will see 3 pages of products that are there. There's clothing, there's insulated mugs, there's ribbons, there's tons of kits, there's all the new products, and there's some returning favorites like the circle punches. So I really encourage you to go there and look. You can order directly from there, or you can come back and order it on a workshop order or a customer order with me. But it's not, a lot of people are getting all confused and anxious over this. It's really no different than a promotion that lasts for 5 days. Okay, same idea, only this one they're calling online exclusives, and they're while supplies last, but as we've just seen, they are bringing some more of those dots in, so those ones will be back. All right, I hope I've cleared that up a little bit. If anybody has any more questions about that, please contact me directly. I'd be happy to talk to you about it. Because sometimes I don't say what I think I'm saying when I'm doing a video. Okay. Before we get started on today's cards, we're going to take a quick peek at the cards that we've done this week so far. This little number was Monday's card using the Share a Milkshake bundle. And this is a fun fold. And there is a tutorial on my blog post for this card. I am not doing tutorials on Fridays anymore. I'm going to post them on the blog posts on the day that the cards go live. So check it out. This was Tuesday's card. Check out this little embellishment. This is crumb cake black and basic white baker's twine that I braided. So that just gives you a little idea of something different that you can do, especially on a guy's card, that is kind of a little bit outside the box. And there's the inside of that card. That's just a little bit of a different one as well. And today's card was this little number. This was part of a color challenge that I did. I don't know whether the camera is picking up all that shimmer and shine on those little wings, but they are gorgeous. And this is using the Lighting the Way bundle. Just a standard card, no fun fold, but it's all about the inking technique on that one. All right, so that's the cards that we have done so far this week. Tonight we are going to do 4 more. Actually, I've already done 2 of them, but we're going to do them together so that you can see how they're done. These are for the guys. Yes, it's time for some guy cards. I'm using the He's All That bundle from the annual catalog, the Stylish Shapes dies, and the Color and Contour bundle dies from the annual catalog. And I also used the Nature's Harvest on one of my cards. We're going to be using some matte black dots, some of the Sahara Sand ribbon, and of course our dimensionals. So our first card is, I've pre-cut some pieces here, a piece of, oops, I need to get my paper trimmer. Sorry about that. A piece of the DSP, and, oh, I lost my measurement. Where did I write it? This needs to be scored at 1/2 and 4 3/4. So let's do the 1/2 first. I find it easier to do the small measurements on the other side. And then 4 3/4. So that's all the scoring we have to do. And we will grab a bone folder, and the small score is going to fold to the inside, like so, and the large score is going to fold to the outside. And that allows us to see both sides of that gorgeous DSP. And I'm just going to grab my Tombow here and put a little bit of adhesive on that flap. Now, this is my back card base, So I am going to put, I think I'm going to use some sticky strip, to be honest. I am going to put a little piece right down here. We'll burnish that and remove that paper backing. Now this is the most difficult part of this card, and it's not very difficult. You just have to make sure when you put this on that you have it centered top to bottom, because this is just a smidge smaller. And you don't want any of that card base showing. So get it all lined up before you drop it down on there. And I have card base showing. So obviously, I didn't cut my paper the right size. So we will find my measurement here again. 4 3/16. Okay, I'm just going to take a smidge off here, and we are golden. All right. I have to tell you, this is not what I had planned for tonight. Last weekend, I had this class all planned. I was waiting on a stamp set that was supposed to come last Wednesday and has been held up by customs until today. I still don't have it. So when I got home tonight, I had to quickly come up with another plan. All right, so now I have a couple of these little, I don't even know what you call them. Let me put them on here so you can see them. It's little embellishments that are dies in this kit. I don't know whether I'm going to use them or not, but I cut those out. And I also cut out this rectangle. That is one of the dies that's in He's All That. But now we are going to do some stamping. And I just have a piece of basic white here. And I am going to stamp this one that says, Together for the Long Haul. I thought that kind of went with the camping trailer theme. And I'm going to use Early Espresso ink. And the good thing about this, you notice that I didn't put that down with any care whatsoever. The good thing about this is it's a circle, so it's going to be fine no matter where we stamp it. All right, we'll take that out of there. And I have, let's close this up before I have it all over me. I have, one moment, please. I just realized something. I'm very sorry about that. I just looked at my camera and saw the glare on that glass mat. I'm so used to crafting on that when I'm here by myself. I forgot to put down a piece of paper and you got all that glare. I'm sorry. All right, somewhere here I have the coordinating die that's in the He's the Man, and I'm just going to take this off camera and cut this out. I have my machine right here beside me. All right. There is our greeting. And I thought I would just layer that right on that rectangular tag, just so that it showcases that greeting. A little better than just the white tag. And I think we need some dimensionals now. That will pop it up a little. Love how this one showcases both sides of the DSP. All right, so that I actually might put it something like that. Now, do I tuck those in there, or do I put them on the inside? I think they kind of get lost on the front. I think I'm going to put them on the inside. Just put one at that corner. And one at that corner, just to add a little bit of interest. Now, for the front of our card, maybe we could, I wonder. That might have been a neat trick if I hadn't glued that down. Wonder if I can get underneath there. What do you think? Is it possible? I think it is. I just need to be able to get under there with a glue dot. So we will cut this off. Grab a glue dot. And hopefully my plan works. Just going to put a glue dot on one end. And I'm going to put it on both sides. Tuck it under. And we'll do the same on the other end. Me and my afterthoughts, eh? Well, actually, that's way too long. There, now I need some more glue dots. I guess that's kind of what happens when you don't have your supplies and you have to, in 45 minutes, rethink what you're going to do for your live. Truly stamping on the fly. All right, now I'm going to take a couple more glue dots and put this in place. And I'm just going to tuck under here in a couple of spots so that it doesn't lift up. Now, down here at the bottom, I'm going to do a knot before I do. Maybe I'll do the knot and attach it separately. That way it's going to stay smooth and flat. You know what I mean? This ribbon is soft as butter. There we go, and one for the knot. Right there. And there we have it. That is our first card done. And when you open it up, it's all the opposite side, plus your strip is already on there. Pretty cool, eh? I have another one that I did prior to this video to show you. This one is done with the Nature's Harvest. And I did that with, oops, I didn't even put that in there. My intentions were good. As you can see, I was very rushed. And that rectangle, scalloped rectangle, is from the Color and Contour bundle. And of course, the foil on this side. And I just used the enamel dot essentials in the white to do that one. All right, so there's those two cards. As promised, I have one more for you. Let me get my kit. And we will get stamping. This one is a take on, do you remember a little bit ago I did that stack and shuffle technique where you stack up the DSP and you cut it and then you shuffle the pieces and you make different cards? Well, this one is very similar to that. Well, hello, Miss Melanie. I just noticed you were here. Okay, so if you wanted to make a stack of cards, for every one card you want, you need one piece of DSP. If you want 2 cards, you get 2. If you want 3 cards, you get 3. Okay, so that way it makes it very, very easy to do this one. I've already done one, but I wanted to cut it with you guys just to show you how to cut it. It's super simple, but still I want to show you. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this DSP. Don't worry about the measurements. I'm going to write tutorials and I will post them tomorrow. So you'll have all the instructions for sizes. But what you do is you take your 2 opposite corners and you pop them in the track. Okay, close it up. Make sure your points are still in the track. I always start on my paper because I have crushed the corners starting off before. So I always start on my paper and then I cut it. Okay, so there it is. Put them back together. Flip it around and put both corners in the track. But you have to make sure that these corners are even as well. Okay? So these corners need to be even. This in the track and that in the track. All right. I'm just going to get my paper trimmer out of the way. Now I have a piece of Sahara sand. And these pieces are going to go on the front of this card. Now we're just going to flip them. All right. Simple as that. You can flip them that way, or if you want, you can leave those ones like that and flip these ones, which I think is what I'm going to do this time. All right. I am going to grab my adhesive and we're going to start putting these pieces on. Super simple. It's not difficult. It's just to know how to do it, right? And this is another card that you're going to get to see both sides of this gorgeous DSP. All right. I'm just leaving a little space in there just so that you can tell what's happening on the card. And if you wanted to do 4 different patterns, you could do that by stacking 2 pieces of different DSP together and then use 1 piece of each and make 2 cards. All right, pretty simple, right? Now we are going to put some dimensionals just to give this one a little lift. I didn't put dimensionals on my first sample, so I thought I'd do this one a little bit different. And I suppose I should fold and burnish my card base here. All right, and we are going to pop this on the front. Now this pattern, you have to watch your patterns, okay? I wanted my pigs and cows to be right side up, not upside down. And pop that on like so. Next, I have a stitch square from the Stylish Shapes, and I am going to use this stamp here. Let me find a block. I'm going to use the same stamp because this this card is really like about a barbecue, so I think I'm going to stick with the same one. And I'm going to go with black ink. Now I just have to figure if I want it to be a square, like so, or a diamond, like so. What do you think? Square or diamond? There's the diamond. And there's the square. I'm team square. Put in the comments what you'd like. I'm thinking square. Oh, Carol says diamond. Michelle, Melanie, do you have an opinion? Diamond it is. You guys win. Now let's see how straight I can get this. I'm going to stand up and hopefully by looking straight down on it, fingers crossed. Ta-da! Not too shabby. Now we're going to put this together. A little bit of black makes it pop. And we're going to need a couple of dimensionals. And the end is near. Check that out. Isn't that pretty cool, eh? Now we need some ribbon. I'm going to do the same thing. Actually, I'm going to do something different. I have a hard time using ribbon on guy cards. I'm going to use just matte black dots. And I'm going to use big ones. Because they're big and bulky and masculine. And I prefer the little ones myself. So we'll use the big ones up on a guy card. And I'm just going to put one in each corner. And I know 4 is taboo. In my world, it should be 3, 5, 7. But today it's going to be 4. I think that looks fine. I don't think that one needs any ribbon. Pop that up there. Now let me get some of this stuff out of the way so that we can have a proper look and I can show you my other card. So there that one is up close. And here's the one I made prior to. Now you can see the difference. I don't know whether the camera's picking it up. This one here I did not put on dimensionals. And you see how flat that looks? And this is just baker's twine, 6 strands of baker's twine that I knotted and just pulled apart. This is what I did. This I showed you on that wolf card a little bit ago. I just took 2 strands of each and braided it. And I braided way too much. So I've been saving it and using it up in little bits. But there's those 2 cards. And there's that one. And then, of course, I had to make one for the ladies. So that's our cards for tonight. I hope that you enjoyed these. I will, like I said, I will do the tutorials as soon as I can get them done. And I will post them with pictures of the cards on the blog post. And that's how I'm going to be doing it from now on, is I'll put the tutorial right with the cards. So these 3 cards that I showed you earlier, the tutorials are already on the blog post. If you haven't seen the blog post, go find them and print them off, and you'll have them so that you guys can make your cards with what you have in your stash. All right, you're very welcome, my friends. I appreciate you for stopping by, and I look forward to seeing your cards. Bye-bye.